Hey Taurus, how are you doing today? This is your message for mid-September. Thank you so much for joining me here for your message. This is for the highest of benefit, for the love of all who needs it. May this message be yours. Take it as it resonates. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, thank you for joining me here today. Let's get started on your message, my lovely Taurus, for mid-September. Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Tower, Seven of Wands in reverse, the World in reverse, Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. Potentially facing a lot of criticism right now. Going through a Tower moment. This is something that cannot be held up any longer. This would be like someone whose world is completely turned upside down. And it was turned upside down on purpose, but now it's actually turned upside down. The perspective was changed, but now it's turned upside down because based off the fact that someone is needing to center on themselves instead of other people. So allowing yourself to notice the messages of any kind of trauma popping up into the mind at this particular time. Make a plan to notice and be like, oh, I'm sending you love, joy, peace. Be on your way. Dark thought, be on your way. Because I do see a lot of criticism. This could be a lot of haters, people who think they know you, etc., etc. You could be connecting with a Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. Yeah, okay. Potentially, well, we have two fixed energy here. We have Jupiter and Saturn energy. So there's an expansive energy and there's a karmic energy here. Potentially feeling like you're not necessarily expanding. This may require more thought, more time put into it with this Two of Wands to really shape and develop it first. So this is almost like something is going back to the drawing board with that Tower moment. Tell me more about the overall energy, this message for my lovely Taurus. Two of Swords. A lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting about work, needing a break, putting things into perspective, but it's everything's catching up to them. So there's a disconnect here. There's a disconnect. So it's not necessarily in alignment with goals, dreams, and ideals. So it's kind of like, well, how am I going to get my school bus, my dream school bus home if I'm not putting the effort in time to do that? Well, I'm going to have to do that. Well, first step after step. You know, it took me a long time to get the energy to just feed myself. The next was to just clean myself. The next was just to put a face on. So all in its time, eventually we get there. You know, if I'm going to have to do it at some point. So this makes me feel like that you have a long way to go, but you have to celebrate all the little wins along the way before you can ever get to that point. Because if you can't even celebrate yourself now with the little wins, you're just beating yourself down, beating yourself down, beating yourself down. So the little wins count so much. Tell me more about the challenge for Taurus mid-September. Page of Swords could be about communication, could be about feeling manipulated, feeling used by a particular individual. You feel like you want to be able to help this particular person or individual, but you also feel like you're at the end of your rope with it. You can't necessarily put any more effort or time into it because it's not going to actually do them any good. So you actually have to pull back. So then what is the overall energy of this message for Taurus mid-September? Thank you. Lighten your load. You don't have to do everything. This person is a grown adult potentially as well. If they're not, and they're a child, well then just take a step back, take a breather, get a babysitter, take some time for yourself a little bit here, and then get back to it, kind of thing. Right? There's trust on the bottom of the deck. This may mean that that babysitter that you might need is somebody that you're going to actually have to trust to be able to take that time for yourself as well. Okay, so just practice that. Tell me more about the outcome of this message for my lovely Taurus, mid-September. Thank you. There could be a rejection. You're feeling really tied up. Okay, so this makes me feel like you would love to go on a date, but you actually can't find a babysitter that you trust or something. And so you actually have to stand the person up. And you didn't necessarily want to tell them about the situation because you didn't necessarily want to dive into that whole conversation about the kids and all this. And so I see that you're just kind of torn by it. And that just means that you still got a little more healing going on. Take that time for yourself. Give yourself another 3 weeks, okay? Fantasize about that person, attract that person, and bring it in terms of like who it is that you're wanting, okay, in your life. Oh, and I see friendship on the bottom of the deck with that. That's great. Take it slow then. This is great encouragement. Tell me more about the advice for Taurus mid-September. Thank you. Well-being. Yep. Focus on your goals, dreams, and desires, your mental wellness, your peace, your tranquility. All these things will, once in alignment, will only unfold the flower of you, opening and revealing the little goody bits for all the maybe making that can be made, right? Like, because once the flowers open up, that's your male female parts. Okay, so then we see the high priestess along the of the bottom. We see the high priestess on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, that is your feminine that you're thinking of. Get the apple of your eye, focus on that there. Celebrate and enjoying with a victory. Yeah, in recovery. I like this. So this is really, really good, but this was just bad timing. Don't be too hard on yourself about this one, okay? Thank you so much for joining me here. I'll see you when I see you next. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you need your own personal reading, email me. Find out more in the description box down below. And check your other signs as well, okay? Bye.